there's a few thoughts, I suppose. Obviously, it wasn't a game that reached any great heights attack-wise, but I thought both sides were very good defensively. I thought we were really good defensively, and I thought they were pretty good defensively as well. So again, it's a little bit slippery out there. Our team tonight, we obviously got our Origin guys back, and Jess played last week, and it was only his second game back after a long layoff, and Dale come back after a long layoff. So it's going to take our side a little while to gel again after Origin. We had 5 and then six players in Origin at different times. So you don't really see them for 6 weeks, so they don't do much training with you. And so we've certainly got some work to do, but I think hopefully we can get that work done and start building, especially with our attack, towards the end of the year.
What do you think was the difference tonight?
We scored 2 tries, they scored 1. I think we probably managed the game a little bit better in the last 15 or 20 minutes. Again, I don't think there was anything horrible from the Warriors either, but in the last 15 or 20 minutes, but I just thought, with Cameron and Billy there and Cameron Munster with his, experience now in Origin, I just thought we probably just handled that last 15 minutes a little bit better and played probably a little bit better field position. I think, again, it's a big out, for the Warriors, having Blake Green, he sort of basically runs the show there, so having him not there tonight, wouldn't have been easy for those guys, but, I thought, Sean stepped up, done a really good job for him, and Mason's, done a really good job for the team too, throughout the year. But I just thought, Billy and Cameron and the 2 Camerons basically done a really good job in that last 15 minutes for us.
Craig, do you feel like you're peaking at the right time of the year?
I wouldn't say we're peaking at the moment, but I'd like to think that with those guys back and no more rep duties now, that we'll be able to get in and work in the areas that we need to work in with our full squad being there. So I'd like to think that we're going to get a little bit better. But I was really impressed with our grit in defence tonight. I think the Warriors had more balls than us. I think they had about 55% or 50, whatever. So that was a little bit more than us. And I thought, more so probably the first half. I thought our defence was really good. And hopefully we can continue that and just build on our attack.
What was your reason for the late switch to half-back, Craig? And how do you think Jerome played?
Yeah, I thought Jerome was good, actually. The reason we ended up going for him was because, he's been in first, he's played a fair few games at fullback, and he's been one of our best players. So we just thought that he deserves to be in the team. And when we named Brady early in the week, it was, again, you have to name your 21 early in the week, and we at that stage we were probably leaning that way. But like I say, we want to reward our players that play consistently well each week. And Billy hadn't played with us too often, through Origin, even when Origin players did play. So I don't think he played the game for us for 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it was. So Jerome done a marvellous job there. So we just basically want him in our team, but we think he deserves to be in our team. That doesn't take anything away from Brady Croft, who's an excellent player, but we just think a little bit of loyalty to Jerome because he deserves it, because he done a great job when he was standing in for Bill, and we think he's got a really good footy brain and footy mind, and he gets some real good help from the 2 Camerons and Billy, as I said. So and he's between 2 Origin players out there too. He's got Chambers outside him and Kafusi inside him, so he's getting plenty of help in a different position for him. So basically that's the thinking of him being at the moment.
Cameron, we've had some good battles with Simon Mannering over the years. What's he been like as a competitor throughout the career?
I just think Craig touching on consistent players, I think he's probably been one of the most consistent players to play in the competition, not just for the Warriors, like in the NRL throughout my career. You know what you're going to get from Simon as an opposition player, and as I mentioned out in the field, he was a captain for a long time for the Warriors, and we had some great battles. But I think aside from his ability as a football player. He's a lovely person. He's a lovely man. I spoke to Ryan Hoffman about his time with him over here, and he said he's one of the nicest blokes he's ever met. He's very down to earth and very welcoming. So it's been great to share some part of his career as an opposition player, an opposing captain as well. So I said out there as well. He's been a great player for the Warriors, but more importantly, he's been a great addition to our game, and our organisation wants to wish him and his family all the best in retirement from playing.
Cameron, did the Warriors acknowledge Ryan Hoffman like they did Sam Fire last week?
Yeah, I think they had a little presentation of Ryan out there, and I think he actually come in with a little gift taken away from the presentation that he had out there. So that's really nice. I think the few seasons that he spent over here were quite special for him. He enjoyed his time here along with his wife and his children. So it seems like it's a wonderful place, to play rugby league, but it's a very close knit type of group, very close knit club, and it's nice to see that side of the game. Everyone enjoys the 80 minutes of action out there where it can be quite brutal at times, but that's a great sign of our game. The camaraderie that's shown when the game's not on.
I think for the competition now, Cameron, you're at the top, you've got your players back.
Yeah.
Do you feel you're now in a position to push on and move on premiership?
We've certainly put ourselves in a very good position at this stage of the season, and really off the back of just playing some tough football. I think over the last 8 weeks, we've won a lot of close games, a lot of matches where we haven't necessarily been at our best, but effort and the willingness to stay in the fight has got us home. I think this year we've won 3 games by 1 point. So we haven't really blown any teams off the park consistently. So I think that's really where we need to sit down and get serious about our performances. Is that looking across the games that we played this year, I don't think we've really sort of fired a shot yet. To be honest, we've had a lot of scrappy wins, a lot of wins like today where we didn't really throw too much at the opposition throughout the game, but we just were tough enough to stay in it and make all the moments count our way. I think we went through a little period there where we scored sort of 30 plus points in 3 consecutive games. That shows the capability of our side, but we just need to find that consistently every week. Try and make it a little bit easier on ourselves in the matches that we play for the remainder of the season.
Did you think you're close to hitting that point, Craig, where you are firing those shots, or is there still a bit of work to be done?
Yeah, I think there's a fair bit of work to be done. As you probably pointed out earlier, we've had 3 halfbacks this year, so sometimes that sort of makes it a little bit hard on the combinations. But we certainly got the players there to start playing with a bit more consistency, with our attack. I think through this Origin period, our defence has been really good. And again, as Cameron said, tough, gritty wins. So that's a pretty good trait to have too. We just need to get a bit of finesse on the end of when we've got the footy. So we'll keep working hard on that, and hopefully that'll come as we go. But I like my footy teams to be tough and gritty, so we need to continue doing that, and hopefully we can sharpen up a little bit with our attack. But as I said, with Origin being the disruption that it is, and a couple of our key forwards that have been out for long periods, you'd like to think that we're going to, if we can keep them together, but there's going to be some twists and turns before the end of the season. So so you'd like to think that we can improve in that area, but I'm sure the boys will work hard enough, and hopefully we can head in that direction.